Hi everyone, this is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast created for all signs. It is a daily forecast that I do speak in broad terms because it is for the collective. You have to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. Oh, and my alarm's going off. 1 second. If it doesn't fit for any reason, that's okay. Nothing's broken or wrong. It doesn't mean that you're not on your path. It just may not be your reading. This reading was originally created for Tuesday the 3rd of January, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date, by all means, utilize the reading. Don't get caught up in the date that it was created for. I believe the messages can be timeless and be used when we find them. So if it makes sense to your situation, by all means, use it to your highest good. If you're new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily readings. In there is some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about, what decks I'm using, how to follow me on social media and contact me for a private reading. Know that I will never solicit you for a reading, so if anybody reaches out to you saying they're me, it's not. There's also in there easy ways to support the channel. So some of the best ways are hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing to the channel. I do put up daily content, and sharing the video out and leaving me a question or comment. I greatly appreciate all of it. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which populates in the lower left-hand corner of this reading. So if you hear me talking about cards you don't see in the reading, I'm probably referencing back to that, so check that out. All right, let's see what the card is for today. All right, we have the moon. Wow, guys. All right, so I'm going to say this. The moon, first off, right out of the gate, is Cancerian and Piscean energy. And we are at Tuesday the 3rd. We also had in the Sunday reading a lot of Cups energy, which also would tie into that Cancerian Piscean energy. A lot of intuition, a lot of emotions going on. Not necessarily bad, just indicating to us the truth. Or our personal truth, right? And in the midweek, we have the High Priestess, who would be highly connected to her intuition, the secrets of her own spirituality, and the power of the moon and the intuition that the moon provides. The moon also to me is very much divine feminine, and the Sunday reading was chock full of divine feminine energy. Moon can sometimes represent confusion or the path not necessarily being clear and having to go on our instincts rather than on what looks obvious to us or what's right in front of us. The moon is major arcana, so if we find ourselves intuitively guided, by all means listen to that intuition, listen to the clarity of it, even if it doesn't make sense to others. This moon could key into the Sunday's reading 7 of Cups confusion card, but I think that this is more powerful. This might be us coming out of some of that confusion or finding some of those answers from within. Listen to the softer voices. Listen to the sort of intuitive guidance that's going on and what's propelling us forward. Even if it's a slow propel forward, the moon isn't necessarily going to be like, say, a fast-moving card. There could be some working through and finding answers for ourselves today with the moon here, but we have to listen to ourselves rather than listen to anybody else. Listen to our own internal guidance and allow that guidance to light the way, even if every step of the way doesn't necessarily feel completely clear, right? So I do feel like we are in tune with what's going on, or we need to get in tune if we're not feeling already in tune. The moon tells us to tap into that deeper voice, and I feel like this coming in kind of connects us to that underpinning midweek High Priestess card, which is Piscean energy, right? There's definitely an intuition that we need to be following right now and listening to. A deeper spiritual wisdom that is true for us. We also have the 6 of Cups underpinning this, so if we find ourselves reflecting on personal relationships, nostalgia, harmony, what we're grateful for, that's good. Let that sort of gratitude and that connection also connect us to our deeper spiritual wisdom that is within us, and then allow that to be our guide, right? Let's look at the oracle card, and it is the law of attraction works in my favor. Look at that light in their hands. I love it. It says, the law of attraction is a powerful tool for manifestation. You attract more of what you focus on. So by making positive thoughts the center of attention in your life, you draw in opportunities to experience additional good fortune. So I'm also, let me check the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Swords. So there's a bit of logic in all of this. We're trying to make sense of maybe our mental world and decisions from that place, but also highly, highly listening to our emotional world. And I'm going to say this, we're bringing them into alignment so that how we feel emotionally and intuitionally, we're putting to good, practical, logical use to make decisions to move forward. This law of attraction is about being supported in our ideas and in our opportunities that we want to create for ourselves. But we need to be conscious of the thoughts that we have. The thoughts that we have would be the clarity of the King of Swords. We want those thoughts to be based in that harmony of the Six of Cups and in the spiritual depth and the secrets or the wisdom that the High Priestess contains. Right? We have the answers within us, is what it's feeling like these cards are trying to tell us. But we have to trust those answers. We have to commune with those answers and allow those answers to guide us, even if they don't necessarily make practical sense to the outside world or what other people think of us, right? Or what we should do, right? If we're getting advice from others, that's fine to take that advice in, but don't let that advice be what makes the decision for you. Allow the moon to be your guide. Allow your own intuition, your own emotions, your own spiritual guidance guide you through this day, right? Remember, there's a truth here, and the King of Swords is definitely about that truth, but so would the moon. The moon would be about shining a very dim light on a truth that's worth being found, okay? So let's look at the clarifiers and see what they have to say today. So in our clarifiers, we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. This is a harmonization of the masculine and the feminine. This is also about having the strength to face maybe obsessions, addictions, situations that are, overpowering us or maybe overwhelming us. But there's a success to strength, right? There's a success in the fact that these two, this woman, this divine feminine, and this lion come together and work together in healing and harmony to create the strength that we need to move forward and to be productive, to be powerful, to channel our thoughts in a way that give us the results that we need. We have justice. All right, two major arcanas, guys. In the clarifiers, there's some, and justice would be associated with that truth stone that we saw this week. Justice is Libran energy, which feeds nicely in the Leo energy of strength. The two kind of coincide with one another. Both, to me, also still give off a predominantly divine feminine energy, one of truth and one of strength, right? The Justice card could be about sitting in our own truth and believing it wholeheartedly and not wavering from it, right? And whatever that truth is, we want that clarity, we want that precision, we want that balance that Libran energy represents. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Not mad at the Page of Pentacles because we saw so much Pentacles energy yesterday. We may just be starting out on a new journey of, okay, so now I know my truth. Now I understand I have the strength to create it. Now I understand I have the awareness to put positive focus and thought towards it. But I have to be strong. The Justice card is the pillar, one of the pillar cards in the major arcana. So it's like we have to be steadfast and start steady in our belief of this idea of creating something new, even if it doesn't seem wholly practical because of the moon's energy and the High Priestess. There's an emotional indication here. There's a divine feminine indication in this reading that is informing us and strengthening us and giving us wisdom so that we can then become the Page of Pentacles and begin to take small steps towards 3D manifestation of whatever our dreams are, whatever that abundance is. He's definitely facing towards the future. I don't get a fast moving energy from this. I get more of a steady, focused energy, especially with that King of Swords underneath this. He's like the masculine to the feminine of the Justice card, right? The truth, which is the grounding stone of this week, shall reign supreme today. Our truth of what we want and how we want to create it should be what we should be focusing on. And then beginning with the Page of Pentacles to take small steps towards, manifesting that into 3D. I do have a lot of hope with these cards this week. I don't know what's going on. Something is being created for ourselves that has to do with solely just us, our own emotional and spiritual truth, and the wisdom that comes with that. Holding tight to it and not letting anybody take that away from us, right? Here is the grounding stone for the day. I love it. It's meditation. It is on obsidian, which is a very dark stone, right? And it also wards off any negativity, but it's also like going into the depths of the moon, the darkness of the moon, and meditating on what is our truth, what is just for us, what is what do we want to attract to ourselves, and the strength that we have to do that. And then beginning to take those baby steps or those little steps through the Page of Pentacles towards that truth, towards that strength, using our logic, using our wisdom, using our experiences of the past to really, just plant ourselves, is the feeling I'm getting, in this radical truth of what it is that we want, meditating on it. In that meditation, we can clear away the negative thoughts that this card here, the Law of Attraction, works in my favor, helps us to build. Just because these come up all the time too, the next card in this deck is My Energy Flows Abundantly. We need to think in those terms or focus on those terms. Remember, the underpinning card of this week for the Oracle card is I Accept Abundance. This is us standing in our power, meditating on our power, and realizing that we deserve the abundance that we want. We deserve the creations that we need in our life to feel, vibrationally in alignment. And I really think this is about us making concerted efforts through our divine feminine energy to begin to give birth to that and to believe in that and to hold tight to that truth and allow that truth to become manifest in the 3D world. That's all the pentacles we saw yesterday, and then on Sunday's reading, all the cups. These cards feel very much like sort of in union or in collaboration with one another. So keep that in mind and keep that hope alive. Don't let anybody take it from you. Don't let anybody's doubts or naysaying stop you from knowing what your truth is. Be strong and listen to your intuition and move forward in that intuition towards the goals, the dreams, the abundance, the alignment that we need so that we can create exactly what it is that we want. That is your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, by all means, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a question or comment, share the video out, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow to see how this energy builds. Take care.